Hi, I'm Bella with Frosty Mugs, and today we're going to learn how to play the game Cribbage. Cribbage is a game that was invented in the 17th century by a poet. Cribbage also took over the game Naughty, which isn't really played anymore. Cribbage is actually the only game that is allowed to be played in pubs or clubs without a permit.
We'll be playing with a cribbage board that was used by my grandmother and now Bella's great-great-grandmother, and she is actually dead.
The object of cribbage is to earn 120 points. On this board, earning 120 points means going around the board twice, starting at the arrow on your side. So we're going to start by cutting the deck to see who gets to deal first, and the person with the highest number on top gets to deal first. I got a jack.
And the ace is actually only worth one, so it's the low card.
So I'm going to start by dealing out 6 cards to each person. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So you're going to take your cards and you are going to sort them into numerical order.
Now you're looking for things that are going to count for points. A pair counts for 2. Anything that equals 15 points, like a 5 and a jack, which is worth 10, will equal 2 points. And things that make a run, like a 5, 6, 7, or in this case is 7, 8, 9, that's worth 3 points because there's 3 in the run.
So, once I've sorted my cards into numerical order, I'm going to get rid of 2. We dealt at 6, so we can only keep 4 and give 2 to the dealer. And I dealt, so I get these 2 cards in a separate pile, which basically counts as my second pile, and my dad has to give me his 2 discard cards to put into the pile. So I basically get an extra pile, and if he deals, he gets the extra pile.
Now, because I did not deal, I'm going to cut the deck, and we get to use that card for later when we count our cards. So I'm going to cut the deck.
Card is 8.
So now that 8 will be used later for counting, and you can see that it benefits me because I can use it in this combination as well, and you'll see that later.
It also benefits me, so I can do this.
So now we're going to start counting up to 31, and we're going to lay down in order, trying to get to 31 in our points. And you'll see that we have a way to actually score points as we're trying to count. So because I did not deal, I'm going to start the counting. I'm going to lead it off with a 7.
And then I'm going to add to that with an 8. And because 7 plus 8 equals 15, I get to move my peg 2 spaces.
And now we're up to 15. I am now going to play a 9, which takes us up to 24, but it also is a combination or a run. It gave me 7, 8, 9, so I get 3 points for the run, and we're at 24.
Since we're at 24, I'm going to add a 6 to that 24, which equals 30.
The other thing you'll notice is that she added to the run. It's now 6, 7, 8, 9. She now gets 4 points for being part of the run.
So I'm going to move my second peg up 4 spaces. I do this because you want to leapfrog when counting your points. So next time if I got points, I would move this peg up.
And because I don't have anything to add to make it 31, I say go because we're at 30.
So I'm going to leapfrog 1 point because he told me to go.
And because she laid down the last card in the counting, I'm now going to start it off again. So I'm now going to start off and say 8.
And then I'm going to go 7. And that equals 15, so I get to move up an extra 2 points.
And then I'm going to add my 5, which makes it 20.
And then I'm going to add my king / 10 to make it 30.
Go.
And so I'll get to move my peg up 1 because I was the closest to 30.
Now, because I did not deal, I get to count first my hands. So I'm now going to put them in order, and you'll see that I have 7, 8, 9 once for 3 points. I can also use this 8 for 7, 8, 9, so that's actually a double run. So I have 7, 8, 9 for 3, another 7, 8, 9 for 3 more, and I have a pair which gives me 8 total points. I also have cards that count for 15, so I'm at 8 total points plus a 15 for 10 and another 15 for 12 total points. So now I move my peg, I leapfrog from the other one, go up 12 points.
Now it's my turn to count. All right, as you can see here, I have 15 for 2 points, and there's also an 8 here, and 8 plus 7, again, equals 15, and now I'm up to 4 points. I have 6, 7, 8 as one run, which is 3 points, because there are 3 cards in the run. But what makes it a double run is that there is another 8. So if I switch out the 8, technically it's a different run because it's a different card. So I get another 3 points. So now I am up to 10 points. I have a pair of 8s, which gets me to 12 total points. So I'm going to move my peg up 12 points. So 5, 10, 1, 2, that's 12. So now he's going to move my cards away for me, and I'm going to look at my second pile. Right off the bat, I see that the jack stands for 10, and 3 plus 2 equals 5. So 15, and then there's another 3, so that's another 15, so I'm up to 4 points for that hand. And there's a pair of 3s, so I'm up to 6. I believe that is all. So I'm going to move my peg up to 6 more points. And now we're going to shuffle the cards. And this time my dad is going to deal. I'm going to take a sip out of my Frosty Mug. Look at my cards.
Now this time, because I get to keep the kitty, or the second hand, I'm going to keep the ones that count really well and put these 2 in my cat.
This plus this equals what it equals. I can't say it because he's right there. And this is that. So I'm going to get rid of these 2 because they do not help me. So I'm going to put those in his kitty pile.
And because I dealt, Bella is now going to cut the deck. And we now have an 8 that we can play with later when we count.
All right, so I'm going to lay down an 8.
18.
28.
Go.
All right, so I'm going to move my peg up 1.
10.
15 for 2 points. And as you can see, I made my first turn.
25.
Go.
6 for 31, so I get 2 points.
Because it is exactly 31. All right, I'm going to lay down a 7, and because he has no more cards, I get to go.
And now Bella will score first.
So, as you can see, 8 plus 7 equals 15, so that's 2 points. Another 8 plus 7 is 15 for 4 points. 10 plus 5, or a queen plus 5, is another 15, so that's 6 points. And I have a pair of 8s that makes it to 8 total points. So I'm going to put my away and move up 8 points.
Now I'm going to score mine. And I have 10 Jack Queen for 3 points, and that's all. So now I'm going to check my other hand, and we notice that I have a pair of aces for 2, and 7 plus 8 equals 15 for 4 total points. And now we're done with that hand. Bella will shuffle and deal out again.
And because I get the kitty pile this time, I'm going to go ahead and put these in there so I can count them later.
And now because I did not deal, I'm going to cut the deck.
3. So 3 is the number that we will be able to work with when counting.
And because I didn't deal, I get to start the counting. 8.
And I'm going to move that to 18.
25.
30.
Go.
31. So I get an extra 2 points.
6.
16.
26.
Okay.
And now I will count. I have a run for 3 and a 15 for 5, and that is all.
I have 15 with the queen and the 5 for 2, 10 and 5, which is 15 for 4, and that is all for my first hand. So I'm going to move it up 4 points. Now moving on to my second hand. As you can see here, I have a pair of 2s for 2, a pair of 3s for 4. 3 plus 2 is 5, and this makes it 15 for 6 points. And then the 2 plus this 3 and this queen is another 15, which makes it 8 points. And this 2 plus this 3 plus this queen makes it a 15, which makes it 10 points. And finally, this 2 plus this 3 and this queen makes it 12 points. So I'm going to move my peg up 12 points. 4, 5, 9, and another 3, which is 12. I'm going to keep these, actually, yeah. So here are my 2 cards.
And because Bella did not deal, she's going to cut the deck.
So I'm going to start it off with a 7.
15 for 2.
And I'm going to lay down a 7, which makes it 22.
And I'm going to lay down a 9, which makes it 31, and it's also a double run. See how it does 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9? So I actually get 8 points for that and 2 points for hitting 31.
So that's 10 points total. All right, now I'm going to lay down an 8.
17.
All right, and now I'm going to make it 27.
Go.
All right.
And then I still have a card, so I'm going to lay down a 10 and get a go for that, but it's only worth 1 point.
Since I did not deal, I'm going to start off the scoring. So I have a pair of 7s for 2, and then I have 7 plus 8, 15 for 4, and another 7 plus 8, 15 for 6 points total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And now I'll score mine, and you'll see that I really wished I would have gotten a 10 and had a nice run, but I don't. The only thing I have is a pair for 2 on the 9s, but I also have something called a like jack. See how the jack has a diamond and the card that was turned over is a diamond? I get 1 point for that. So I get a pair for 2, and a like jack, or a magic jack as we like to call it, for 3 total points. And now I will count my kitty hand, which is pretty good. You can see that I have a run for 3, 2, 3, 4. I have a 15 for 5, another 15 for 7, and I have a pair for 9 total points.
As you can see, I've made my second turn, so I only have to go around the board one more time. My dad's actually going to shuffle for me because I'm pretty bad at shuffling, and I'm going to do it. So this time I get the kitty pile. These two.
As you can see from my cards, I'm really hoping for a jack.
And I'm hoping for either a 5 or something worth 10.
But you never tell that to the other person. So now, because I did not deal, I'm going to cut the deck and hope for a jack.
So it turned out to be a 2.
Okay, I'm going to start the counting. 10.
And I'm going to make it 20.
And I'm going to make it 30, and because it's a pair, I get 2 points.
And go.
And a go, so I take 1 more point.
Alright, I'm going to start the counting off again. 10.
20.
23.
Go.
Alright.
10.
12. So since I'm the last one to play a card,
So now I will count my cards, and you can see here that all I have are queens, but I have 3 pair. So anytime there's 3, it's an automatic 6. So because it's a pair for 2, pair for 4, and a pair for 6, and that's all I have.
Alright, so I have a pair of kings for 2. Then I have 3 plus 2 plus the king is 15 for 4. Then I have another 15 for 6. And another 15 for 8. And another 15 for 10 total points. And I also have a pair of 2s that makes it 12 points. So I'm going to move mine down. 1, 2, 3, 12. Alright, now I'm going to count my kitty pile. So, as you can see, I have an automatic 15 because 3 plus 2 plus 10 equals 15. So, that's 2 points. Then 3 plus 4 plus 8 equals 15. So, that's 4 points. And then 2, 3, 4 is another 3 points because there are 3 cards in the run. So that gave me 7 extra points. Alright, I think I'm going to keep these. Those to my deck. So since I did not deal, I'm going to cut the deck. This is a 2.
And Bella's going to start the counting.
Alright, so I'm going to do 9.
15 for 2.
24.
28.
Go.
30 for 1.
Alright, and then I'm going to start it off again. By 8.
17.
21.
Go.
Alright, and since I did not deal, I'm going to start off the scoring. So I have a pair of 9s for 2 points. Then 2 plus 4 equals 6. So that's 15 for 4 points and another 15 for 6 points. And that is all. So I have 6 points.
So now I'm going to score mine. And you'll see that I have a 15 for 2, and a 15 for 4, and a 15 for 6, and a pair for 8 total points. And in my kitty, I have a pair for 2, a 15 for 4, and a 15 for 6 points. And I have the magic jack or the like jack for another point, which is a total of 7 points.
I'm just going to do this.
And because I did not deal, I'm going to cut the deck.
3.
And I will start the counting. 10.
15 for 2 points.
25.
Go. Alright, I'm going to start it off. 10.
20.
30.
Go. 9.
16.
Go. I count first, and you can see here that I have a double run, 9, 10, jack, 9, 10, jack, and because that's 3 and 3 and then the pair, it's 8 total points.
I have 15 for 2, another 15 for 4, and 3 plus 5 is 8, so I have another 15 for 6, a pair of kings for 8 points.
8.
1, 2, 3, 8. Alright, so now moving on to my kitty pile. I have a pair of 9s, which gets me to 2 points. And then 6 plus 9, 15 for 4. Another 6 plus 9, 15 for 6. And that is all. So I'm going to keep these and discard these. This is an 8. So I'm going to start with 10.
15 for 2.
Alright, 25.
31 for 2.
3.
13.
15 for 2.
And 19 for a go.
Alright, since I did not deal, I'm going to score first. So I have 15 for 2 points, another 15 for another 2 points, and, so I have 4 points now, and I have a magic jack or an alike jack for an extra 1 point. So that gets me to 5 total points.
And you see I have a run for 3. I have a 15 for 5. I have another 15 for 7 total points. And in my kitty, you can see that that 8 was really nice for me because it gave me a double run, which is 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, plus the pair, which is 8 total points. So you can see we have a really tight game. I'm 10 away from winning, and Bella is 3 away from winning.
All right.
Now, because I did not deal, I'm going to cut the deck.
We're going to be working with an ace, which is only worth 1.
3.
13.
23.
I'm going to do 28.
Go.
1.
10.
20. And so I get 2 for a pair, which makes me win. So usually you would put a peg in one of these middle holes to show how many games you have won. So I'm going to put a peg here because I have won 1 game.
And if I were to win, I would put my pegs here so that we can keep track of how many games that we win. And you can play any number of games, but that's a nice way to be able to track it.
Alright, so I hope you guys learned how to play a new game and enjoyed learning how to play a new game. Hi, I'm Bella with Frosty Mugs, and today we're going to learn how to play Cribbage. Cribbage is a game that includes cards, pegs, and a worm. I don't even know. You have a big forehead. Hi, I'm Bella with Frosty Mugs, and today we're going to learn how to play Cribbage. Cribbage is a game that was invented in the 1700s, and it was invented by some poet guy, and the game replaced Nazi.
Not Nazi. That's like the evil people from World War II. Naughty. N-O-D-D-Y.
We're so good at this.